Okay. Okay, welcome everyone to the post-game press conference for Santa Clara against Pacific. Santa Clara wins to advance to tomorrow to play Pepperdine. We'll just start with questions. So if you want to raise your hand, if you are interested in asking a question, I'll unmute you and you can direct your question to either Coach Sendek or Josip Vrankic. Go ahead, Jeff Ferrato.
Jeff Ferrato with the West Coast Conference. Herb, it seemed like you guys played at a pace, a tempo tonight that you were real comfortable with. I'm wondering, do you think that was a big factor in the difference here versus when you played them last time?
I don't know that was the biggest difference. Obviously, when we played them last time, they got off to a great start. We got off to a poor start. Before we realized the game had started, we were down 14-0. And, they just really put it to us in every way in our first game.
If I could follow up with a question for Josip. Difficult night for you last night while your team won the game. And then when you played Pacific the first time, it was a tough night for you as well. I'm assuming you came into tonight's game fairly motivated. Can you talk about your mindset coming into the game?
Yeah, I just wanted to stay aggressive. The coaching staff had an excellent game plan. My teammates found me when I was open. Last night, and especially, that Pacific game a couple months back, was in the back of my mind throughout the whole day. So just try to capitalize on, making my shots and kind of let the game come to me and not force anything. And I think because of that, I was able to score some points.
Did it feel like you guys were really able to dominate in the paint, you and Willie Ball?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we have a size advantage. We're one of the bigger teams in the conference, and our post players are extremely talented, and we got guards that can shoot. So, it helps us out a lot, being able to have the floor spaced, and we were just able to finish tonight.
And if I could follow up one more with Herb, can you just talk about your matchup with Pepperdine? You beat them in the only meeting, but it was a good game, and of course they've got Kobe Ross, who the last time he was at this building scored 43 points.
Yeah, no, they're a tremendous team. Coach Lorenzo does a phenomenal job together with his staff, and they're just incredibly talented. Not just with Kobe Ross, who's had a legendary career at Pepperdine, but throughout their roster and lineup. So we have nothing but the utmost respect for their team, for their program, and we know we're going to have to be at our very best to be competitive tomorrow.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to ask a question? If you'd like to, please use the raise hand function. All right, let's go, Anthony. Go ahead.
Congratulations on the win again. How much did you look at the last meeting between these two teams, Pacific, the game played in Stockton, where they just came out full of energy and really got the jump on you in order to prepare for this one?
Well, we always watch a lot of tape, for every game that we play. So this game really was no different from that standpoint. We always go back and watch the last game against an opponent, and then we watch several other games. And so, our preparation, is always the same, whether it's the first game of the year, the 10th game of the year, or the last game of the year. We do the same thing all the time.
And forgive me, a follow-up. If you already answered this, I apologize. What adjustments, if any, did you make off of that tape or that game to prepare for this one?
Yeah, we made some adjustments in our ball screen defense, some of our matchups as well. I think those probably were the biggest ones.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Herb, if I could just ask you about what Josip has given you, and I presume you weren't terribly surprised he came out and delivered a real good game for you.
Josip has given me a bald head. I don't know if you guys remember what I looked like 4 years ago, but I had long, wavy, flowing hair. And over the course of coaching him for 4 years, look at me now.
Any other questions? Oh, okay. Any other questions?
They think I'm serious, yo.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're serious too.
No, seriously, he's obviously had a great career. I've been incredibly blessed and fortunate, to share his company, his friendship, and what he's meant to this program is really difficult to put in sound bites, because the feelings flow from the heart, and coming up with the right prescription of words is difficult. He's a gentleman. He's a leader. He's an incredibly hard worker. He has a beautiful spirit, and I've really treasured our time together.
Could you read him today? Did you know that he was pretty much ready for this game?
I sure hope so. He hardly played yesterday, so at least he was fresh today.
Thank you.
Okay. I think that's it. Congrats you two, and
Sounds
good luck
good.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, we're still waiting on those guys. But we were good this whole last time.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, Pacific is on its way. We'll have Coach Damon Stoudemire and Dennis Jenkins.
Yeah, give all credit to Santa Clara. I thought they brought the game to us. Um, I take the hit. I just didn't think we had no energy. It was like, I don't know, that I didn't know that team out there. We had our moments, but collectively they played better than us. I thought they did a great job of getting the things that they wanted. I thought they were a more physical team. Um, you know, like I said, I got to give a lot of credit to them. Um, we got out coached and we got outplayed.
Okay, questions for Coach Stoudemire and Danish Jenkins. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Ferrato with West Coast Conference. Danis, can you just talk a little further about the difference between this one and when you played them your place and beat them pretty handily? And did it seem like, other than the fact that you didn't jump out to the 14-0 lead in this one, What were the differences?
I think when we played them at home, we had a lot of energy coming to that game. We was on pause. We had just got out of pause. Everybody juices were flowing. We were just excited to be back on the court. And I just think this time, I think we just didn't seize our opportunity and seize the moment. We didn't come out with the same energy and same intensity and same focus. So the results were different.
Thank you. Damon, I'm sure you noticed that it was a difficult game last night for Josip Vrankic. He also didn't play well against you guys the first time. Were you surprised that he came out pretty focused tonight?
No, I mean he's an all conference player. He's more than capable. He had a great game. I don't know his numbers, what he ended up with, but once your horse starts going, then everybody else around them, they got going as well. And truth be told, I think Jalen Williams has improved so much. I think he just as big a key for them as anybody. The way he a different player. It's one thing to watch film, and you say, okay, well, he might have got a little better watching film, but no, he got really good. And I think that he helped them, go to the next level. Justice is shooting the ball well, but I think that, Jalen Williams been able to add somebody that can put it on the deck and make plays. I thought that for me, when I'm looking at Santa Clara's team, I mean, that's bigger than Vrankic because last night was just foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he shot 1 for 11 or 1 for 12. It was just foul trouble. He never found the rhythm in the game.
And, obviously a very weird season. Can you evaluate how it went for you guys and looking forward, what do you see for your team a year from now?
Go ahead, Davis.
Man, so
No, we want both of us our answers. I was like, you can go first.
I mean, I like how we bonded together. Like this year was like all types of different for everybody. So I feel like we did a good job of coming together and staying together and not focusing on the bad things and try to stay positive and just stick together. So a year from now, I would say I hope we just the returners and people that's coming back. I just hope we learn from this and just take advantage of our opportunity.
It's been a long year. It's been a difficult year. I just think that, from the standpoint of learning, learning about not only myself, the team, and everything, just learning a lot about, persevering. It's been tough. We were on pause for 44 days early. We managed. We got through it. Basketball at times, it did seem to be a high point for everybody, but also it was just as low, as you trying to figure out if you're going to be able to practice today to see if there was a positive test, and things of that nature. But we managed, we got through it. And I think that we figured out, if this continues the way it continues, that there's things that we have to do moving forward. In spite of what we're doing, so I would say this year for everybody, not just for Pacific, but for everybody. This was a trial by error season with sports, and now that we've all figured it out to a certain extent, we can kind of move forward and plan accordingly. As the off season comes, and we move into trying to get better.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.